Good morning. South African farmers are currently fighting battles on various fronts. The first being this horrendous phenomenon known as farm attacks, characterized by its extreme brutality, torture, rape, murder. And in many of these cases, nothing even gets stolen from these victims. The second front farmers are fighting on is dealing with an openly hostile South African government. We have a Minister of Police who regularly blames farmers for the attacks that occur against them, often based on the false claim that it's because they employ illegal foreigners, which this report has now debunked. Then we sit with the South African President, who in front of the United Nations and in front of the world's media openly denied that farm attacks were taking place in this country. A president who had the audacity to openly lie to the international media about what was taking place in this country. Thirdly, farmers have to contend with political leaders singing songs and chants like "kill the Boer, kill the farmer," while being called conspiracy theorists by farm attack denialists when they get upset about this. Ironically, a few weeks after the last time the EFF sung this song in their numbers at their birthday celebrations, Amanda Pat and her husband were attacked on their farm outside Pietermaritzburg. They were severely assaulted while their attackers chanted, "Kill the Boer, kill the farmer." This was before they proceeded to stab Amanda with a spear. So I'm guessing someone forgot to tell those attackers that "kill the Boer, kill the farmer" is just a metaphor. And now, the fourth front that farmers will have to be fighting on, as this report has now identified, is the battle for justice in the face of a crumbling criminal justice system. And what's become very clear is one of the main reasons for the low conviction rates when it comes to farm attacks and farm murders is the complete lack of will to thoroughly investigate these crimes. That is why AfriForum will be looking at ways to expand our own capabilities to perform private investigations regarding farm attacks, to ensure that these attacks are properly investigated by the book and that they lead to prosecutions. We will also continue with our Safeguard a Farm campaign, where we train farmers in various safety aspects such as firearm handling, basic first aid, and how to set up effective radio communications networks. We will also continue to expand our safety networks, of which we currently have 168 countrywide, comprising roughly 11,000 trained volunteers. We will continue to train more community members and more volunteers to ensure the communities can take their safety into their own hands. While the African National Congress government turns a blind eye to crime because it's focused on lining its own pockets, and while political opportunists like the economic freedom fighters try to sow divide, AfriForum will continue to build communities from ground level upwards. Thank you.
Baie dankie, Jacques. En ook 'n groot dankie aan AfriForum se 313,000 lede wat ons in staat stel om wêreldklas navorsing te publiseer en ook ons geveg teen plaasmoorde voort te sit. Ek maak nou die vloer oop vir vrae van die media. Enige vrae?
Ekskuus, ons het 'n vraag gister ontvang van die media. Ek het nou nie al die vrae byna nie, maar ek sal nou vir julle kry. Maar een van dit was spesifiek wat hulle wou weet is hoekom AfriForum die fokus plaas op plaasmoorde in die besonder en nie na die breër misdaadssituasie.
Thanks. I'm going to respond to that question in English as well, for we know we have a lot of international interest in the matter, so just to include all our viewers. I think that's a very loaded question to start off with. AfriForum does not simply focus on farm attacks. We focus on a lot of other crimes and crime in general, corruption. We have a lot of civilian safety structures who are not based in farm areas. We've also done a lot of work on gender-based violence and various other crimes. So I think it's an ill-informed question. That being said, farm attacks is a very big priority for us. Farming is part of AfriForum's focus points. Farm attacks are a unique crime that we feel needs to be categorized as a unique crime, and there are various reasons for that. So we will continue to place the focus on farm attacks, especially seeing as the South African government doesn't even want to admit that it's taking place.